Hey everyone, Shabby here and welcome to the final part of NXT Shabby Takeover. This is the finale of the season and will involve 3 massive matches, including of course Tommasso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship, Adam Cole and a special spectacle match. But first... Yes, first we're going to have a 6-man tag match. A bit of a random one. But of course the DLC for these guys just came out last week. So I thought we'd get a chance to use them at least once before the season finishes. We've got Hanson, Rowe and EC3 of course from the recent DLC. And they're going to be taking on Chad Gable, Jason Jordan and a brand new good core I just found of Matt Riddle. And here is our first look then at the War Raiders. Looking pretty awesome actually. It's nice to have them on the game. Proper entrance and everything. Of course, like I said, this is the last episode of NXT, so we're not going to get much of a use out of these guys. However, if we do get around to doing Raw and SmackDown, I think these two guys will be part of that. And of course, when we get around to doing Ring of Honor, which looks like a very possible universe mode in this season, or this year, should I say, I think they'll definitely be a strong part of that one.
552 pounds.
And their tag team partner, a bit of a random one, but it is Mr. EC3, the member of the 1%. Now, I feel like, I think I said this in the previous video, EC3 has not been an absolute force to be reckoned with on NXT. I do feel like he's the sort of person, the sort of character that's going to thrive a lot more on the main roster as a pretty good heel than he will do at NXT. So I feel like his promotion is going to come pretty soon. It was rumoured to be around about SummerSlam, but of course he picked up a concussion and that held it back. So it'll be interesting to see when he does finally move up, but I dare say it'll be soon. Now we've not seen a huge amount of Matt Riddle so far. Like I said, I've been struggling to get a really good core, and I feel like this is actually a pretty good one. I mean, he looks pretty awesome actually. I mean, it's a shame he wasn't on the game, but of course debuted pretty late in the year, so it was always going to be likely. But of course, he will probably be part of next year's game. He does look pretty cool though. Look, flip-flops. He's got the jacket. He's got everything. He looks spot on, actually. So, be cool to see what he gets like, or what he looks like in the ring. And here are his tag team partners. It is Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. So good to see these two guys together again. I don't know why we don't get them together again in real life, because I suppose injuries has held them back at the moment. But the singles runs of these two was not really working. They were a fantastic team together. One of my favourite things to ever come out of NXT, and I'm disappointed that Vince has this idea of, yeah, let's just keep splitting people up all the time. It annoys me. Now this is going to be tag team elimination. Gives us the best chance to see all these guys in their natural habitat. Well, that's worked out pretty well to start off with, hasn't it there, really? As Hanson just flattened Rowe. But yeah, it gives us a good chance to see all these guys by having them in a tornado match and elimination as well. So we're going to get a chance to see them all do well. Of course, like I said, 3 big matches for you in this video after this one. Oh, well, this one is inclusive of those 3 matches. 2 more after this one. We have Adam Cole in his special spectacle match. Still no word yet from backstage who that's going to be. We've been able to keep that pretty much under wraps, which is fantastic. However, it's probably going to be... I bet quite a lot of you out there have guessed who it's going to be already. And then, of course, that main event, which has been slightly adapted. Tommasso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano will now be a no disqualification match. And that, of course, is for the NXT Championship. Both guys also moving forward onto our 205 Live Universe mode as well. Nice suplex there by Matt Riddle, taking Hansen down. And I'm liking Matt Riddle. It's just a shame, like I said, we did NXT first because the majority of the people on the roster we wanted to use were already on the game, which was fantastic. However, when we sort of look at it now, it's like we see the sort of cause and the DLC we could have had, but it was always going to be the way. It was pointless doing something else to start off with. We might as well go in all guns blazing, should I say, with the NXT Universe mode. I think doing that one first was good because some of the other ones we're looking at now needed more cores. I mean, 205 Live is okay, but the likes of NXT UK is pretty core heavy. There's the armbar locked in by Chad Gable on Rowe, who used his strength to roll it through. Matt Riddle now sort of keeping Hansen grounded, which is a good way of doing things. Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get more out of Matt Riddle. However, we could probably utilise him in some other universe modes at some point. Maybe I didn't do a concept video for PWG, did I? I'd love to do PWG. Literally, PWG is just all out, and we'd use great names from PWG history. So the Bucks, Steen, Zayn. But Matt Riddle will be involved in that. Keith Lee, Jeff Cobb, Pentagon and Phoenix, Brian Cage, Michael Elgin. It's not a bad roster, actually. I might have to do a concept for that just to see if it gets any votes. Nice roll through there by Gable, taking Rowe down. Now dropping his entire body weight across the ankle of Rowe. That's a big move there. I sort of thought that the team of Gable, Jordan and Riddle linked up pretty well, actually. I think the three of them obviously all with their like collegiate wrestling style. Would be pretty cool for this match, as Rowe just flattened Matt Riddle. Hansen. Flattened Matt Riddle mid of the ring. They're a really cool tag team to have, aren't they? I think that's NXT is so strong at the moment. And WWE's tag team division isn't great. I mean, I think teams like the Colognes are going to be gone. And I even feel like the likes of Heath Slater, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, I think they're all going to be in trouble, you know, because when you've got teams like Undisputed Era, War Machine, even Heavy Machinery and Street Profits doing pretty well as well. When you've got those sort of teams in NXT, can you warrant keeping people like the Colognes? I'm not sure, you know. Nice guillotine there, locked in by Matt Riddle on Rowe. Hansen now big backdrop on Chad Gable, and got the strength there by Rowe, just lifting Matt Riddle back up and throwing him off before catching him with that Saito suplex. That's belly to belly on the outside there by Jason Jordan, but Rowe's there to catch Jordan. Back and forth strikes. Rowe sending Jordan face first into the ring steps. Nice dragon screw there by Chad Gable and Hansen as well. And of course it is no disqualifications, no countouts. However, pinfalls and submissions have to happen inside the ring. So at the moment it's Chad Gable versus Hansen. It's a real fight we need to be keeping an eye on, because these are the two guys that could get an elimination. And of course, like I said, it is elimination, so all members of a certain team need to be pinfalled or submitted for the end of the match. And of course, there's nothing been happening yet, but of course, as the match goes on, more and more people get tired out, and we should see a lot of eliminations pretty quick in a row. And there goes EC3, eliminated by Matt Riddle, and it is down to 3 on 2. Riddle now Northern Light suplex on Raymond Rowe. I like Riddle. I'm just struggling to find where he could fit elsewhere. I mean, again, if we did Raw and SmackDown, Riddle probably could come in as another member of American Alpha, maybe. Not necessarily a leader, but maybe just a more of a mid-carder. Have Jordan and Gable go for the Tag Team Championships, and have Riddle maybe go for the mid-card championship. The way Jordan now locking in the twist in the back, the wrist. Riddle, lovely move that is. There's the pin. Referee's too busy with a submission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Should have been an elimination a long time ago. And Rowe does kick out. Hansen's back on his feet as well. Referee, I think you've lost it there a bit though, to be honest. And the problem is here for Hansen, he's trying his best, but it's 3-on-1 now. There's the pin by Gable. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Rowe slides back in, it's 3-on-2 now. Of course, don't write these two guys off. The two big men are very experienced, but oh, what a belly-to-belly slam there by Matt Riddle, and it could be a matter of time here for War Machine. These sort of matches are all about getting the first... Oh, hang on a minute, maybe not. With all those guys going to the outside, if Rowe can get a good manoeuvre here on Chad Gable, we could see it go 2-2, which would definitely, I think, might even put War Machine back in an advantage, to be honest with you, how strong they are. Slammed into the corner, now into a belly-to-belly launching Gable majority of the way across the ring, but that's the numbers game there. Matt Riddle creeping him back. But throwing hands, that's weird, throwing Haro to the outside because you can't get the pin out there. Nice belly-to-back slam there by Jason Jordan. Hansen, that is a stiff right hand to fight back with, but oh, Riddle catches him into a belly-to-belly of his own. So, of course, remember, if you do want to see guys like that in the random matches, you haven't just got to be using people from the game. I noticed a lot of the random matches, there's very, very rarely any core suggestions on there. So, if you want to see like Matt Riddle versus Kurt Angle, I'd be more than willing to do stuff like that. So, I'm happy to get the downloads should you want them. Goes obscure if you want. Screw you want. If you want to see Vampiro versus Pentagon in an Extreme Rules match, go for it. If you want to see Vampiro versus Sting, which is one of my favourite ever WCW matches, go for it. No limits. Nice forearm there by Rowe on Chad Gable. But is it going to be enough? As nice GTS there by Riddle, and then a massive boot across the face of Hansen as well. Rowe now taking Jordan up, but Jordan fighting back. Riddle rolling Hansen through into the pin. Oh, lovely, into a submission. That is a great transition. And Hansen tapped out. Wow, I like that. I like that a lot, but unfortunately for Raymond Rowe, it is now 3-on-1. Hansen had to tap out, locked in that submission. No chance of crawling out of it. And now it's time to just finish Hansen off. Finish Rowe. I keep calling Rowe Hansen for some reason. Finish Rowe off. Is that Superman punch there by Raymond Rowe? And for those of you who don't know, here we go. This will be a bit of a random one for you. Raymond Rowe is married to Sarah Logan. From the, of course, the Riot Squad. There you go. I'm sure some of you would have known that, but yeah. Jordan just slamming Rowe into the corner. And to be honest, these guys should just be going for the pin, to be honest with you, but they're just dissecting Rowe. And they're all just trying to get as many throws in as they can. They know this is a big match. They know it's the end of the season. They want to show off as much as they possibly can. And there is a ripcord knee strike there by Matt Riddle. No. Rowe managed to grab a hold of the bottom rope and then crawls to the outside. And Rowe being clever here, I can't see him getting back into this one. I think it's just delaying the inevitable, to be honest with you. I mean, if he had a submission, maybe, just maybe, he might have pulled it off, but it's not going to happen, is it? Come on, Rowe. I mean, you've got to do what you can, I suppose, but you might live to regret it, I think. It's a tricky one, isn't it, as Jordan... Well, Rowe's fighting back still. His life in the man. But just the numbers game is just too much. Just too much. Although he's caught Gable there with an elbow, and Gable's been busted open. Jordan now looking for the shin breaker. And into a dragon screw as well. Just continuing working over the leg. I don't know why they just haven't finished Rowe off. I mean, I know there's some fight left in him, but How did that happen? How did Riddle get caught with that elbow from behind? It's not even realistic. Nice vertical suplex. Why they all slip back in the ring though? Come on, where's the logic in this? Come on. Come on, 2K and Ukes. Where's the AI? Just get him in the ring and finish him off. Why are they all on the outside? Still get him in the bloody ring. I don't like how everyone's so eager as well. Like, they're always constantly trying to get a strike or trying to get the grapple. They don't look at it and go, right, my tag team partner's got this one sorted. Let's hold off. Rowe, oh, gets caught. You just think when he's going to come back into it. So Gable took out Riddle by mistake. Then Gable headed to the top and Jordan picked Rowe up. So it's just, because say they don't sort of like take it in turns. You'd think they would, wouldn't you? Come on, just finish him off. Big clothesline there by Jordan. There's the pin on Rowe. 1, 2. No, come on, Rowe, man. There's no point in doing this. Well done, Riddle. You've damaged yourself. Well done, my lad. Rowe fighting back with the right hand. I'll tell you what, if Rowe got an elimination, this could be very, very interesting. Dropping Gable neck first across that top rope. Yeah, mate, you're not going to get the time to do that, I'm afraid. Stop throwing him to the outside! Why? Right, just, yeah, thank you. Just wipe Jordan out. He's a dick. Right, Gable back in the ring. Come on, Gable, do something special. Drop kick now. I think Riddle's going to be the man. Yep. Tombstone pile driver. But doesn't go for the pin. Just slamming his foot. I was going to say boots. He didn't wear boots, does he? Just slamming his foot into the chest of Rowe. You know, Jordan and Gable now backing away and allowing Riddle to do what he wants to do. Which involves taking Rowe down and just locking the strikes. There's actually, although Riddle's not on the game, the moveset is actually very, very good for him. Locks in the cross arm bar. He's busted Rowe open with the palm strikes. But again, even with the armbar locked in, Rowe is not giving up. We saw this in the previous video with Kyle O'Reilly just shouldn't have been still in the match, but just held on for so long and showed his resilience and showed his heart. And Rowe's doing the same thing here. But Jordan, there's the big neck breaker. There's the pin. Surely 1, 2, and 3. And Raymond Rowe is eliminated. And Matt Riddle and American Alpha get the victory in this showcase match. There was nothing to it really, just a case of showing off the new guys in the game. War Machine, EC3. It was nice to have him here. But of course we'll have to wait for another opportunity to use them. EC3 of course will be used as part of the Impact roster. If we get around to doing Impact. War Machine, part of Ring of Honor, and potentially part of New Japan as well. They've worked some New Japan dates, haven't they? And all of these guys obviously involved in a potential Raw or SmackDown Universe mode if we get around to that one as well. But there we go, great win for these 3 guys. Not had a lot of exposure so far in this Universe mode, so to get a chance to showcase their ability, it's Shabby Takeover in the final video of Shabby Takeover as well is a great opportunity. And we go straight into our second match of the evening, and this is the match that Adam Cole has requested. Cole wanted a special showcase match to show his ability. He said there was no one here on NXT that could really take him to his limit, and he wanted a chance to showcase exactly what he could do. So we've spent the past few weeks trying our hardest to get Adam Cole the best spectacle match we possibly could here for Shabby Takeover, and I think we have done it. I think we have done it. Do you want to see who Adam Cole's opponent is going to be? Yes, of course it is. I'm pretty sure most of you would have guessed. It is going to be the Heartbreak Kid himself, Shawn Michaels. Somebody who Adam Cole has been likened to quite a lot so far in his short career. And it's an incredible thing to be likened to. If Adam Cole has half the career of Shawn Michaels, he will be a massive, massive success in WWE. But I think for Adam Cole at such a young age, the sky's the limit for the lad. So here we go then, Adam Cole versus Shawn Michaels. Of course, Undisputed Era is at ringside. But this is going to be a fantastic match. Both these guys, incredible ability. And Shawn Michaels coming out of the gate hot. However, remember the age difference. I think Adam Cole will probably have the advantage the longer this match goes. But then again, Shawn Michaels with that experience advantage, he will know the sort of tactics to try and go into this match with. Michaels had jawbreaker on Adam Cole, then went for the running forearm, but Cole missed it. And again, just like I said in the previous video with The Undertaker and Finn Balor, Adam Cole, without knowing it, because of course Adam Cole didn't even know his opponent here this evening, but Adam Cole, without knowing it, has been unwittingly scouting this man for the last 30 years. Any wrestling fan would be. I mean, I'm pretty sure 99% of you out there could probably recognise, if not name, all of Shawn Michaels' manoeuvres. Because we've watched him for so many years. And that's the massive advantage that I think Adam Cole's going to have on Shawn Michaels. However, Shawn, we know he's a big avid watcher of WWE and is backstage for a lot of shows, so I'm not going to say he's not been ready for this Adam Cole match. Of course, he's known that he's going to be facing Adam Cole, so he's had the time to scout properly. But Adam Cole is so innovative that he could really pull out some incredible moves that Shawn Michaels never even seen before. It's a different age now. I mean, the Attitude Era was fantastic, but this new era of wrestling, there's new maneuvers just turning up week after week that I've never seen before. And it's so difficult to name them when you've got no idea and you haven't seen them before. And I think that's the one thing Adam Cole's going to have to do to keep Shawn Michaels on his toes. Just utilise some of those maneuvers that Shawn may not have encountered very much during his time in the ring. During the Attitude Era and the... well, all the eras, really. Shawn with a quick crucifix roll up, but not enough, of course. It's just a case of slowing the match down, really, that was, wasn't it? Shawn heads up top. Looking potentially for that diving elbow. No, as Adam Cole gets back up to his feet, Shawn stays up there. Oh, and Shawn was just up there for too long and gets brought down the hard way as Adam Cole throws him to the ground below. There's the pin. The referee's incredibly slow to get down for the 1, the 2. It's only a 2 count. Cole now brings Michaels back up to his feet once again. Springs off the ropes, looking for that back elbow, but Michaels bounces straight off of him. Taking Cole down, went for a right hand, but Cole caught him with the drop toe hold. Cole sending Michaels into the ropes once again, and oh, a stiff boot right in the nut area, should we say. And Michaels once again heading up top. Looking for the elbow drop this time. He does. The big elbow drop right to the centre of the spine of Adam Cole. But Cole straight back up, no selling it really, into a vertical suplex on Shawn Michaels. And Adam Cole, mate, if you got a pinfall like that over Shawn Michaels, that would be a massive, massive boost for you. I mean, this is a huge match for Adam Cole. It really is, and I would love for this match to happen in real life. I really would. I mean, I don't know what condition Shawn Michaels is in, but he did have... I didn't actually watch Crown Jewel because I looked at the results on Twitter and saw how hated the whole show was and how bad the whole show was. But I also read that Shawn Michaels sort of carried the main event. Of course, it was Triple H and Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker and Kane. But yeah, he carried the main event. That'd be pretty cool. Of course, don't forget the other universe modes we've sort of looked at as well, like Attitude. That's a pretty interesting universe mode. We see guys like Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H. Just to name a few. It's going to be pretty cool, that one, when we get around to that one as well. Adam Cole now locking in the cross armbar. But of course, Shawn Michaels not going to tap out for that this early on. Stiff right hands right in the face of Adam Cole to break it up. And into a DDT by Shawn Michaels as well. And now he's starting to feel it. You see the likes of Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Roderick Strong are not happy at ringside by what's going on. Shawn now, nice scoop slam. And Shawn once again heading up to the top. He's already hit that elbow drop once in this match. He looks like he's going to go for it again. There it is, big elbow drop. Right to the heart of Adam Cole. But now Roderick Strong up on the apron, getting Shawn Michaels' attention. And that's allowing Adam Cole the time he needs to slowly get back up to his feet. And he gets around the back of Shawn Michaels into a reverse DDT. And Shawn needs to use his experience and ignore the guys on the outside. If they do get physically involved, it will be a disqualification. So Shawn's just got to concentrate on Adam Cole. That's all he's got to do. And he almost lost the match there as Adam Cole dropped Shawn into a brainbuster on his own knee. Adam Cole now stalking Shawn Michaels. Shawn slowly back up to his feet. Adam Cole looking for the super kick. Shawn avoided it. Now into a backdrop. Shawn now dropping a boot in the face of Adam Cole as well. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Really good back and forth match, this one. Michaels brings Cole back up to see, but Cole's just up a little bit quicker. Getting Michaels with the boot in the gut. Collar and elbow type goes nowhere. Then Cole once again just using that speed advantage to catch him with a jawbreaker. And now lock it in, this Indian Deathlock. It's like an inverted figure 4 leg lock, isn't it? It's a really good match, this one, so far. It's been very much end-to-end. No one's dominated. Undisputed Era using their numbers advantage to help Adam Cole get back on top. And he has been, really, since that interference by Roderick Strong. Nice boot in the back by Adam Cole, as well as Shawn Michaels kicks Cole away with the right hand. Now flips back up to his feet. We've seen this before. But Shawn Michaels once again getting caught by Adam Cole and the jawbreaker. But Shawn has something for Adam Cole as well, as he drops him chest first across that top turnbuckle. And now Shawn here looking for the sharpshooter. Of course, we know Shawn Michaels had a fantastic feud early in his career with Bret Hart. And Shawn Michaels not only beats Adam Cole, but gets him to tap. Wow, Adam Cole right in the middle of the ring. No chance of getting to the ropes. And Shawn Michaels gets the submission victory using the sharpshooter. Very interesting that was. What a win there for Shawn Michaels. Adam Cole will use the excuse that he was not ready. He was not expecting Shawn Michaels, but he wanted something big. He wanted something special, and that's exactly what we gave him here this evening. People will remember this match for many, many years to come. And we know how good Adam Cole is. But tonight, Shawn Michaels just one step too far for him. There was Roderick Strong distracting Shawn Michaels earlier on the match, getting in his head, and that allowed Adam Cole to hit this brainbuster, just compressing the spine of Shawn Michaels. We know that Shawn has had neck and spine issues in the past, which is why he lost massive periods of his career in the late 90s, early 2000s. But it was a strong match. Strong showing by Shawn as well. And of course that sharpshooter, borrowing a maneuver from his old bitter enemy, of course Bret Hart. And Shawn Michaels is victorious. It's been an interesting one so far for the Legends. Of course, Finn Balor getting the victory over The Undertaker. And Shawn Michaels is victorious. The Undisputed Era not happy at all, but Shawn just proves how good of a wrestler he is. And here we go then. The main event of the evening. The main event of Shabby Takeover. And the final match in this NXT Universe mode. It is going to be Tommaso Ciampa challenging Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship in a no disqualification match.
The following contest is
The following match is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the NXT Championship. Introducing first, the Sicilian Psychopath, Tommasso Ciampa. He was looking a little bit cross-eyed there for a moment. And his opponent then, the NXT champion himself, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. And that's what they're fighting for, the NXT Championship. Now, Johnny Gargano in his first ever reign as a main event SWE champion. And it's been a fantastic reign so far for him. Held it from the very beginning of this universe mode to, of course, this point right now. And Johnny could go the entire universe mode holding this belt. Just one more man stands in his way.
At 199 pounds.
Which is going to be pretty awesome, this match. Hopefully it will be. I mean, so far, match quality-wise in Shabby Takeover has been pretty good. There's been a couple of iffy matches here and there. Like, for example, I would have preferably seen SHAWN hit the sweet chin music in the previous match. However, a sharpshooter victory I think is very interesting as well. Now the fans on 205 Live can chant at Adam Cole, "You tapped out, you tapped out, you tapped out," which I think would be pretty interesting. But here we go, and the bell goes. We are underway. Tommasso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. No disqualifications, no countouts. But of course, pinfalls and submissions must take place within the confines of this ring here in Philadelphia. We couldn't have made it a no DQ match. We're in Philly. These fans in Philly love the weapons. They love the blood. Of course, we know from the previous history of ECW here in Philadelphia, we know what these fans crave. And that's what we anticipate giving them here this evening. I mean, we've seen a bit of blood in the previous videos. We saw somebody busted open the early match in the episode as well, didn't we? I really thought Ciampa there was going to lock in the Gargano escape. I really did. But Gargano is in trouble here, locked in that submission, but still has the strength to roll himself free from this one. And the elbows in the face completely freeing himself from Tommasso Ciampa. Ciampa taking Gargano down, and pretty good back and forth match so far to start off with. Oh, but Ciampa just dropping Gargano chest and neck first across that top turnbuckle. Oh, God. Sorry, I just had a bit of a drink and it went down the wrong hole. There we go, I'm back. I'm fine. I'm fine. Gargano now, jawbreaker on Tommasso Ciampa. Of course, both these guys will also be part of our 205 Live universe mode. And potentially in the future, both will be involved in a Ring of Honor universe mode. As well, of course, have both been involved in any potential PWG universe mode, which I mentioned earlier on this evening as well. So a lot of cool options we have actually available to us. Ciampa now brings Gargano back up to his feet, and there's a rake of the eyes. Of course, referee does not count because this is all legal. So this is where these guys are going to get the big advantage. I feel like Ciampa might have a better ability in using your environment to your advantage. I feel like he's a bit more well versed in street fights and that sort of thing. Of course, from the mean streets of Italy, the Sicilian psychopath himself. It's not actually from Italy, of course, but... Oh, what a knee to the face by Ciampa on Gargano. Ciampa was often bullied as a child, which is what sort of spurred Ciampa on. He was bullied as a child quite a lot in school. People called him Tomato Ciampa, which of course ended up in Ciampa getting a lot of fights with other kids in school, which really turned him into the Sicilian psychopath he is this day and age now. Really developed him and pushed him on as an individual to become the sick and twisted man you see in front of you right now in the ring, fighting for the NXT Championship. Ciampa now, nice backbreaker on Gargano as this match continues on the outside and starts to drift further up the ramp. Even further up the ramp. Of course, this is steel now, and Gargano with the ace crusher dropping Ciampa face first on the steel. Gargano throwing Ciampa towards the ring. Ciampa's legs actually buckled underneath him, and he went straight into the the actual edge of the ring. This Gargano got back in the ring now. He sort of like he's just taunting now, just showing his dominance over Tommaso Ciampa, who's now slowly getting back up to his feet. I'm not sure I agree with this by Gargano. I think he probably should have stayed on Ciampa as much as he could, but now Ciampa back on the apron, catching Johnny with a jawbreaker, but across the top rope. Johnny fighting back with the elbows. Now takes Ciampa, into a hurricanrana. And Gargano is in control. No love lost between these two, but also no hatred as well. I still feel like there's a lot of respect between the two, but just a difference in opinion, difference in the way they want to do things. Ciampa now with a steel chair. Sorry, just force a habit there. Gargano with a steel chair right across the skull of Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa really rocked by that, but no sells it. And just drops Gargano to the outside. Ciampa, I feel like that chair just might have spurred him on a bit, you know. So it's Gargano. I feel looking for a Project Ciampa on the outside, but Gargano rolled him through into a pin on the outside. That was worth it, wasn't it? Gargano once again now bringing Ciampa, slamming him face first across the apron. And now Gargano looking for some more toys underneath the ring. He's pulled out a table. Now, I think I've had this discussion before. On this year's game. That table's really confusing me. There we go, it's on its side. Oh, Gargano, look at the Gargano escape on the outside. Of course, if Ciampa taps, it does not matter, because it has to be inside the ring. But the damage is still being done. That's the key here. As Gargano obviously releases it, he knows he has to, because he's not going to get the victory out there. Now throws Gargano back in the ring. Yeah, I was wanting to see them utilise that table. I don't know if they actually use it as a proper table now in these sort of matches, or they seem to in previous years just use them as blunt weapons. So they just start swinging the table at other people rather than actually using it as a proper table, which is always quite frustrating me, I must admit. Ciampa now taking Gargano down. Ducks a clothesline into a big clothesline of his own. Gargano falls away into the corner. Ciampa looking for that chop. Gargano fighting back, and these two guys, obviously tag team partners for so long, know each other so well. German into the turnbuckle, keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Second German keeps the grip, rolls the hip. Trifecta of German suplexes there by Tommaso Ciampa on Johnny Gargano, and I feel like Ciampa now has the bit between his teeth. Project Ciampa as well. Do we have a brand new NXT champion here in the main event? 1, 2, and 3. We do have a brand new NXT champion. And he's the man who was left off this year's game for absolutely no apparent reason. And there we go, Tommaso Ciampa. No highlights either. Interesting. Not quite sure why there wasn't any highlights, but there we go. There must be more of a cutscene to see Gargano sat on the edge of the ring, shaking his head. He's not happy. He's very disappointed in the scenario. He's lost his championship. Gargano very upset. And there we go. Brand new champion. What a way to end this universe mode. Tommaso Ciampa takes the NXT championship on the very final episode. Wow. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed Shabby Takeover. I hope you've enjoyed NXT, because this is the last one for now. Of course, this will come back in the future as another season. All the champions will remain the champions until then, barring potentially the NXT UK champion, because we're not sure yet what we're doing with that, whether we're going to translate that straight into the new universe mode, the NXT UK universe mode, where we crown a new champion and make it separate. We don't know what we're doing with that yet, but either way, it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it, actually. It's been a great way to showcase some of the best talent that NXT has to offer, and some of the alumni talent as well. We've seen some legends come back in and put some younger talent over as well, which has all been pretty fun. So, of course, if you could like this video to let me know if you've enjoyed this season or not, and, of course, subscribe if you're new around here as well. And I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you very, very soon for our next episode of 205 Live. and for the beginning of something new to replace NXT. Bye.